Again, thank you for being here. It is truly an honor and a privilege to have an opportunity to speak with all of you every day during Rainmaker training and coaching. So I did a little bit of research and I'm looking at Coral Springs, Parkland, because that's where I live. And you should do the same exercise that I did in your local market. So what I did is I pulled the number of properties that were sold in 2021 in Coral Springs and Parkland. Single family homes, townhomes, villas, condos. And the total number was 4,563. Cool, just a number. Now in 2022, that number was 3,416. That's a decrease of 25.2%. Okay, now what is your expectation for 2023? Well, most of the economists are predicting that there's going to be somewhere between 3.6 million homes sold in the United States and 3.8 million homes sold in the United States. Now, for reference, the number in 2022 was about 4.2 million. And the number in 2021 was just over 6 million. So the market's shifting, and this is nothing new. Markets change. They go up, they come down. And the question is, what do you do as a real estate agent in a real estate market where the number of real estate agents that are competing for business has not declined? As a matter of fact, it's still climbing because there's this lag effect. I've talked to you about it before. As home sales go up, the number of real estate agents that are getting into business go up as well. And what typically happens as that market shifts and starts to come down, there's a lag period between the number of agents that are getting in the job, and then agents start getting into the business of selling real estate. And then that number starts to drop behind home sales going down. So we still have that lag effect going on right now. So there's more competition and fewer homes being sold. So what? Now what? If your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. So what does that mean to me in this market? A lot of real estate agents between 21 and 22 sold homes with incoming calls. Ship was coming in. They were getting calls from people that they knew, friends, family members, past clients with, I'm interested in buying a home. I want to sell my home. And they were getting referrals. It was a hot market. Awesome. Good for you. And what happens when a market shifts is the phone stops ringing. That's my biggest challenge with people who have a marketing-based real estate lead generation system is you're counting on that marketing to generate incoming leads. And when the market shifts, the number of leads that are coming in decreases significantly. So what? Now what? Well, if your ship's not coming in, you got to swim out to it. Page 49 of Shift. This is absolutely my favorite part of Shift. I've read it over and over and over and over again. And if you don't have the book, buy it and read page 49 a bunch of times. Here's what Gary Keller, the author, had to say. What felt like an unlimited supply of buyers and sellers suddenly feels very limited. Can you resonate with that? I can. Sellers suddenly feel very limited. Abundance quickly shifts to scarcity. But just because the market has moved from more to less doesn't necessarily mean you have to. Just because the market moves from more to less doesn't mean you have to. The focus is, I want you to focus on getting your unfair share, not your fair share. And think of it like this. We're having a party and there's 10 of us that are at the party and we're ordering pizza. We're all going to eat pizza. Yay. And we're ordering 2 large pizzas. There's 20 slices. Everybody gets 2. That would be your fair share. Got it? Now, the pizza delivery dude messes up and only delivers 1 pizza. You got 10 people with 10 slices. And you would think, okay, everybody gets 1. They don't get 2 now. Wrong. I'm still getting 2. If I'm at that party, you figure out the rest. I'm going to get my unfair share. And that's not a statement of greed. It's a statement of, this is the number I need in order to support my family. I need 2 slices of pizza. I need 2 sales closed every month. And just because the market changes doesn't mean I'm going to change. I'm still getting my 2. I'm still getting my 4. I'm getting my 5. I'm getting 10. When Monica and I were running the Dietz team between 2006 and 2010, one of the worst real estate markets our country has ever seen, our number was 20. We had to have 20 properties under contract at all times in order to close the number of sales we needed in order to hit our goals. And that didn't change just because the market changed. As a matter of fact, the number of homes that we were selling went up every year. They didn't go down every year. Before the market shift, we were not even in the top 100 agents in our local market. By 2010, we were number 5. Because we were focused on getting our unfair share, because we weren't waiting for the ship to come in, we were swimming out to the ship every day. I want you to think of it like this. Swimming out to the ship every day means lead generation standard. I'm going to talk to 10 people a day and schedule 1 appointment, whichever comes last. And I'm not going to stop until that happens. Or I'm going to talk to 20 people a day and schedule one appointment, whichever comes last. Or I'm going to talk to 40 people and schedule 2 appointments, whichever comes last. Whatever is the number that you need to hit, that's what I want you to think about every day when you get into the office and you start lead generation, which is the first thing you do, because until that's done, everything else is just a distraction. And I want you to think every day I'm swimming out to the ship. Now, in order to get to that ship, I have to have 40 conversations and schedule 2 appointments. I'm not stopping until I do. Now, when you do that, it doesn't matter what the market does, you're going to be successful. Matter of fact, I'm going to slow down because this is important. It's easier in this market to hit your listing goal than it was a year ago. Why? Because this is a skill-based market. And because you're here and you're practicing and role-playing your scripts and you're becoming the local economist of choice because you're studying the market. So nobody knows the market better than you do. You are a strategic pricing professional. You understand how important pricing is, with the part it plays in getting the home sold. You understand there's a huge difference between $548,000 and $552,000. Huge difference. It's only $4,000 and it makes all the difference in the world. One is fishing with your bait in the water and the other one is fishing with your bait out of the water. I've spent an hour at the kitchen table over $5,000 because it was that important. And because you've become that person and because you've created high standards for yourself and you're living up to those standards and you won't settle for anything else, you're going to get your unfair share. So I want you to be thinking opportunity. I don't want you to be thinking, oh no, now what? No, it's not, oh no, what, now what? It's watch out. Here I come. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine because I'm not going to stop until I do. You must be more rigorous and resolute in your lead generation than ever before, and more so than anyone else. It's a competition. I want you to think of this like it's a competition. Matter of fact, that makes it fun. Gamify your real estate business. Keep score and play to win. It makes it fun. And don't stop until you do. All right, second point, up your game. You know, Clarissa and Diane have gifted me with these really awesome t-shirts that are, I think they call them Dietzisms, right? And the next t-shirt is up yours. Can you imagine walking out in public and just wearing a shirt that says up yours? So I would. Now, somebody's going to ask you, what does that mean? Up your standards. Don't settle for less. My biggest challenge with people is they settle. You settle when you decide to stop making calls because you came close enough. You settle when you stop knocking on doors because you came close enough. And anyways, it's really hot outside. It's really cold outside and you're uncomfortable. You're not having fun. Everybody's yelling at you when they're slamming the door and you're going to stop. You settled. Up your standards and don't stop until you hit them. We are in the era of extra effort. Oh boy, that's so important. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I don't really have any goals. I don't have any standards. I just kind of show up and do what I do. And 10 being, I am all in. I won't stop until I hit my goals. My commitment level is a 10. I'm going to work harder than anybody else. They can have more money than I have. They can have more experience than I have. They can spend more money on marketing than I can, but they can't outwork me. It's an era of extra effort. What's cool about that is success is in your hands. You choose whether you're successful or not. Now, that's not true in most areas of life. If I decided that I wanted to become an NFL player today, no chance, especially right now. It would take me a half hour to walk 40 yards with my back being what it is. So not happening. If I decided that I wanted to be a doctor, and I'm going to be a doctor just because I'm going to try really hard. I'm not going to take the time to go to school. I'm not going to take time to master my craft. I'm not going to do anything that I need to do to become the best doctor in my local market for the practice that I practice. And you walk in my office and say, this hurts. And I say, jump on the table, let's open you up and I'm going to operate on you. Are you staying? Heck no, you're not. If I decided to be a jockey, no chance. 6'1", 230 pounds. The horse is going to take one look at me and say, no, he's not getting on my back. So I can't do any of those things, but I can be the best real estate agent in my market because nobody can outwork me. Success is 100% your choice. So you either choose to succeed or you choose to fail. Just choose to succeed. A shift becomes the era of opportunity for those who are willing to do what others won't. So simply ask yourself, what are other people not doing? What are they not willing to do? And go do that. That's one of the reasons why so many real estate agents who are knocking on doors are finding success where others aren't. Because of all the activities that exist in real estate lead generation, I think knocking on doors is probably the least favorite of most people. Now, if you're one of those real estate agents who say, I love that, then good for you. You've got an advantage over everybody else. And for some reason, people have a hang up on calling their database, calling people that they know, friends, family members, past clients. They're not going to do that because it's uncomfortable. My answer to you would be get comfortable with being uncomfortable and make those calls. Start talking to the people that you know. Bring value to the conversation. It's fun. It's Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. And when you're bringing value, think of it like this. You're making deposits. And when you make deposit, 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 you earn the right to make a withdrawal. And when you've made enough deposits, simply ask, hey, Lonnie, just curious, who do you know that's thinking about buying or selling? If you knew of somebody who's thinking about buying or selling, would you refer them to me? And you know what? I would love it if you gave me a call and gave me their name and their phone number if you know of anybody looking to buy or sell. It's important that you teach people how to refer you because a lot of you are getting calls from people who are saying, hey, I gave your card to so-and-so. And you're like, great, that's awesome. And so-and-so is never going to call you. You need to get their name and phone number so you can call them. All right, question, and then we're going to wrap this up. What is the one thing that I can do that I am not currently doing that if I were to start doing, it would move me closer to my goal? What is the one thing that I can do that I am currently not doing that would move me closer to my goal? You should ask yourself that question every day. Start the day out with, what can I do today that I'm currently not doing that would move me closer to my goal? And whatever the answer to that question is, go do it. All right, tomorrow I am going to talk about the importance of pricing and getting your listings sold. A good question came up yesterday on Rainmaker Training and Coaching Plus. We were playing the objection game, or we were asking for objections. Maybe this was a couple days ago. Anyways, the question was, what if the seller says I have to get 570 for my home? Example. And you know the right price is 540. What would you do? All right, we're going to draw a picture is what we're going to do. And we're going to talk about what happens when we take a listing above the market. And we're going to master this conversation. And so when we're sitting at the kitchen table and a seller says, I want to list my property at blank, and I'm not hiring you unless you're willing to list my home at blank, you're going to be able to help them make a new decision based on new information. You're going to do it by sharing stories. You're going to do it by drawing pictures, and you're going to do it by asking questions. You're not going to sell and tell your way to success. You're going to consult your way to success. And that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. All right. Raise your hand, take yourself off mute, talk to me. What'd you hear? Diane.
Well, I just want to share, because I don't know a lot of people on this call, but all I can tell you is that I feel very fortunate that I've spent the past almost 3 years with you, learning so much, that I love this market. I love the fact that it's not this, the market we were in during COVID, or whatever you want to call that, was not a market I really ever want to be in again. I know everybody made a ton of money, excuse my French, but I don't think it was a balanced market for any side, either side, including agent sides. So I love the fact that I can use all the knowledge that we've learned and put it to work. And so I'm ready. I'm not scared of 6 million going to 3.6 million homes, because I know when I'm dealing with other agents who didn't get this type of training, they're out.
Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. And it's my pleasure to do this. It really is. Why I get asked, why do you do this? Change lives, help you see things differently, in order to do things differently, in order to get better results. I'm reading 21 Laws of Leadership again, and John Maxwell is talking about what leadership is, and leadership is influence. And how do you know if you're influencing people? Well, people are following you, and we get hung up on that, and we think, okay, well, so-and-so has 1 million followers on Facebook, therefore they're a leader. No, that doesn't make you a leader. You know that you're a leader when the people that you are influencing, the people who are following you, are changing what they do. They're changing how they think in order to get better results. That's leadership. That's the person that I desire to show up as every day on Rainmaker Training and Coaching, Rainmaker Plus, and in my one-on-one coaching business. By the way, if I just said anything that you're not familiar with, drop your email in the chat and I'll follow up with you and give you more information. What's coming next? What's coming next is, and I'm going to be really careful how I say this because we're still recording, and I don't want anybody to see this and think I'm saying something that I'm not, because I'm not, right? What's coming next is I'm going to build a real estate organization. And I want people who want to be in business with me to raise their hand and say, I want to be a part of that. Okay. I'm not, my wife's laughing at me. I'm not part of a brokerage. I have some legal issues that I need to resolve, and I'm resolving them. I won't break any contracts. This is going to be completely legal. I'm not even talking about changing brokerages, guys. I'm talking about if I were to start a business, if you can be in business with me, would you want to be in business with me? Simple question. You can reach out to me anytime and say, yeah, I'd like to talk about that. Just 727-686-0404 or coachjohndietz@gmail.com. Okay, Michelle, talk to me.
Hey, how's it going?
Absolutely fantastic. Never had a bad day.
Good. Yeah, I'm actually going to be on stage with you. Well, I'll be the panelist, one of the panelists for Tuesday's summit
Hmm.
in Charlotte. So excited about that and excited to meet you too.
I'm excited as well.
Yes.
Thank you for jumping in here and introducing yourself. And
Yes.
I'm looking forward to meeting you, Michelle. And I'm grateful to the leaders of Family Tree who have given me an opportunity to speak in front of, I don't know how many people are going to be there, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to have to be able to speak and hopefully be a leader, be an influencer, and change the way people think in order for them to do different things and get better results. And by the way, Michelle, congratulations on being one of the panelists, because
Thank you.
one of the panelists if you weren't crushing your real estate business.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for jumping in here. Juanita, so good to see you. Yes. Talk to me.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm better now that you're here.
Oh my God, it's so good to hear your voice. It's so good to see you on video. I have to say, I'm driving, but I have to say that I totally agree with Diane. I am extremely grateful to have learned from you my first year. I wish it was longer, but I could still be on the calls. But I am very grateful to learn all that I've learned from you my first year in business. I can't tell you how many times I meet realtors that have no idea what supply and demand is and tell me, please, can you show me that? And I'm like, thank God for John Dietz. That's who you need to know. But I just want to say thank you so much. I am extremely grateful, and I look forward to more teachings, being in business with you, and just following you.
You're the best. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Love seeing you. Yeah, back
Thank
at you,
you.
girl. Clarissa, talk to me.
Okay, so Michelle said you're on a panel. I must have missed it. Or is this the one in North Carolina?
Yeah, it's the one in North Carolina. So as a trainer and coach,
Okay, I'm just checking.
yeah, I get invited.
Okay, you know, I will travel. I will travel, but I won't be able to travel. But as you know, I'm a groupie, I'm a fan.
Okay, thank you for that, boy. All right, whenever I have a speaking engagement, I will make sure all of you know about it ahead of time. So if you want to be there, you can be. And I apologize that I didn't. I just assumed that not everybody would want to go. I don't know why I assumed that, but I did. I put my email address and phone number in the chat. A couple of you reached out to me privately and said, John, I don't have that. Can you give it to me? So there it is. I'm going to save the chat for those of you who shared in the chat that you want to talk to me. I'll be in touch. Thank you for that. And I'm going to jump off and then jump back on again because I'm a minute late for Rainmaker Plus. And everybody make it a great day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Time to get to work. Go get to work.
Thank you, John.
Make it a great day, everybody.